Okay, hi. I'm going to be doing part two of the presentation, and part two consists talking about the cultural differences in Argentina opposed to the differences that we have in the US. First off, I'm just going to give a quick background of Argentina's religion, ethnic makeup, and the language. 85% of Argentina is made up of European immigrants. Most of them do come from Italy. Spanish is widely spoken. It is not the only language that's spoken. English, Italian, German, and French are also spoken in Argentina. They have a high literacy rate of 95%, and 95% of its people pursue Catholicism. I'm also going to talk about, I'm going to go to the next slide, um, the cultural habits and values of Argentina. As much as Argentina does want to raise their standard in the way of living. Family is very important when it comes to business. Family is the center of any Argentinian universe. Um, Usually in Argentina, Sundays are set for family time. So the entire week they're out working, but on Sundays they do set that day aside for family time to spend time with the kids and the wife, um, and have family time, of course. Um, there was another. Women in Argentina also have a hard time progressing opposed to the women here in the U.S. Women here in the U.S. can get good jobs, high-paying jobs, and have prestigious prestigious jobs. It's not like that in Argentina. They have a really hard time progressing. Um, and also, whenever you're conversating with an Argentine, usually the topic that is most spoken is about soccer, which is considered football. And it is considered to be the best topic to talk about when you have nothing to talk about or when you're meeting somebody for the first time. That's usually what you talk about. You usually avoid talking about politics, talking about family, unless the other person does bring it up. But if they don't, it's best if you don't bring it up and you don't speak about it. If you don't know anything about football in Argentina, or you don't know about the national sport of soccer in Argentina, then another good thing to talk about when you're getting to know somebody, or when you're having casual conversation with an Argentine, um, is the economy of Argentina. And if you're not familiar with that either, then just casual conversation um, is definitely what Argentines are looking for. Argentines use casual conversation to get to know you, and that's the very beginning of a business when starting to talk about a business. Argentines are very elegant. They dress very well. Argentines, this is a different side note, Argentines are said to be very arrogant, um, but they do dress very well, especially in high positions. Um, if you if you are not in a high position, you are still expected to dress well. Visitors are expected to dress well as well. And also, like I said, when you are meeting with a Argentine for the first time and you're planning on talking about business, first comes casual conversation. When you're talking about football, the economy of Argentina, or anything that's pretty casual to get to know each other. Usually, you'll have social meals when this happens. You'll be having casual conversation or business conversation um, at a restaurant, or sometimes they'll go play golf or tennis um, to have these casual conversations. And usually, if you're out for lunch and you're eating, having a casual conversation with an Argentine, whiskey or Scotch is the most typical alcoholic beverage that an Argentine will drink. So it is prepared. So it is suggested to are prepared um, to drink some whiskey or Scotch. And moving on to the next slide. When doing business with Argentines, they have very different business customs, etiquette, and practices opposed to the US. Some of them are a little bit similar, but most of them are quite different. Patience is definitely key. You definitely need to be patient. I know that here in the US, especially when visiting New York and when visiting um, big states in the US, metropolitan areas, it's a very high, fast paced moving. It's not like that. Argentines like to take things slow. They are very analytical. They won't jump into right into business, especially when you're meeting for the first time. Jumping right into business is considered rude. That's why casual conversation exists for Argentines. Um, so yeah, it definitely is very slow paced. You are expected to arrive on time to your meeting, to your appointment, but the appointment will not start on time. The appointment starts late. So it's best if you have appointments after that one that you set it with enough time in between, because your appointment will start late and it will end late. So if you don't want to avoid being late to your next appointment, you need to set enough time, because your appointment will not start on time, and that's just the way it is in Argentina. You're expected to arrive early and on time, but it will start late. When in business, you refer to people by their last name. You also refer to people um, by their professional title, such as doctor, lawyer, ingeniero. Um, and whenever you are going to meet with somebody, if you're not sure, it's best that you ask the secretary to get the professional title to you, the last name, and the last name of how to speak to them. You must, in order to run a successful business in Argentina, you must have personal contacts. Without no personal contacts, it's very difficult, especially if you're trying to get in anything in the government, if you're trying to work with government. Without a personal contact, you will likely not even get an appointment. Um, People in Argentina prefer to do business with people that they know, because it means relationships, and relationships means trust, and a lot of relationships are built upon trust. So that's something that they take into consideration. Another thing, communication in Argentina is based on context rather than content. So you must read in between the lines to understand what they're really saying and to understand the true meaning. It's kind of like it's hiding behind the bushes, but not really. They are very hesitant to give bad news. So it's important to know what they're trying to say. Business in Argentina is conducted in person. I think I already went over my time, but just to sum up my video, business in Argentina is conducted in person. So just because somebody is speaking about something orally and is making a promise orally to you, it doesn't mean that it's set in stone. Nothing is set in stone in Argentina unless it is in contract and it is signed. Other than that, it's still subject to negotiation. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope you enjoyed learning about Argentina's customs, etiquette, religion, and values. Thank you so much.